Greetings everyone, and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of GTV. I'm Don Valiant, and this is the news from Gyeonggi Province this week. The Gyeonggi Women Enterprise Support Center, which was established in 2000, reopened after expansion at a new location in Suwon City. This center provides women in business startup stages with systematic assistance, including consultations, as well as marketing and office space support. This center now offers expanded services. Expansion was necessary since demand for the services of the center had increased significantly over the past 20 years.
함쟁이 사회가 되기 위해서도 모두가 또 행복하기 위해서도 여성들이 좀 더 활발하게 창업하고 또 기업 활동 원활하게 할 수 있도록 또 성장 발전할 수 있도록 저희도 열심히 관심 갖도록 하겠습니다.
Occupying 2 stories of the building, this new 742 square meter center features education facilities and meeting rooms, as well as individual startup offices that are available for up to 3 years. In addition to the current 7 enterprises, the center will be able to accommodate 3 more enterprises. In addition to free education and business consultations from early startup stages to marketing and export, this center also helps career discontinued women and housewives with their business startups through research and surveys.
1인 기업이다 보니까 모든 것들을 다 해야 되는데 그런 것들에 도움을 많이 받은 것 같은. 그리고 이 안에서도 먼저 사업을 하신 선배들이 또 이제 창업을 처음 시작한 후배들한테 조언도 많이.
Detailed information about the center is available upon direct inquiry. Gyeonggi Province will continue to support women with their startups in a wider range of business fields. With the indoor air quality standards of Korea becoming more stringent, Gyeonggi Province began providing affected facilities with indoor air quality diagnosis and consultation services. The strengthened standards will go into effect from July 1st. The lower permitted levels of microdust, ultramicrodust, and formaldehyde will be enforced in facilities used by vulnerable individuals, including childcare centers, nursing facilities, postnatal care centers, and medical facilities. General public facilities such as subway stations, libraries, and cinemas are also subject to strengthened microdust standards as well as to new ultramicrodust standards. In order to promote public awareness of these new indoor air quality standards and to prevent confusion during the transition to the new standards, Gyeonggi Province plans to provide these facilities with air quality diagnosis and consultation services based on on-site measurements taken by specialists.
시설이 많은데 그중에서 한 1,800개를 선정을 해서 현장에 전문가를 파견을 해서 컨설팅도 해주고 지원을 하는.
A total of 1,847 facilities, approximately 900 facilities annually through to next year, will receive these support services. Applications for support are being received by local environment offices. On May 21st, Gyeonggi Province, Yongin City, SK Hynix, and others signed an agreement on investment and cooperation for the development of a semiconductor industry complex known as the Yongin Semiconductor Cluster. Located on a 4.5 square kilometer site in Yongin City, this complex will become the host for more than 50 related enterprises, including SK Hynix. Estimated to cost an astounding 122 trillion Korean won to complete, this complex will be a large, mutually beneficial cluster of production and research with related SME and residential facilities. According to this agreement, Gyeonggi Province and Yongin City will provide administrative support for development permissions, licenses, and infrastructure establishment, while SK Hynix and SK Construction will establish industrial facilities and create new jobs.
이 클러스터가 명실공히 세계적인 그런 반도체 클러스터가 될 수 있도록 저희 SK 하이닉스 구성원들 모두가 힘을 합쳐서 열심히 하겠습니다.
This complex will also house facilities for startup research and education, as well as for semiconductor technology development and localization. A special fund will be established for semiconductor industries within the complex. There will also be programs available to local residents, such as those for vocational education and employment, as well as for children and cultural activities.
기업이 성장 발전하면서 우리 도민들의 일자리와 삶의 환경도 개선된다고 생각합니다. 이 사업을 진행함에 있어서 최대한의 지원을 아끼지 않겠습니다.
When completed, the Yongin Semiconductor cluster is expected to create more than 17,000 jobs, as well as production of 513 trillion Korean won, with added value of 188 trillion Korean won. After government review and approval, groundbreaking is slated to take place in the year 2021, with construction of production facilities commencing the following year. After a 10-year delay, groundbreaking for the Brain City Complex Development Project took place in Pyeongtaek City. This knowledge-based industry complex is slated for completion in 2021. Occupying an area of 4.8 square kilometers, the Brain City will house knowledge-based industries as well as research, medical, and residential facilities. Delay in project commencement stemmed from difficulties in securing financing and resolving land compensation issues.
아주 오랜 시간 동안 많은 사람들의 마음을 졸이게 하고 이 사업이 표류해 왔습니다. 경기도에서도 앞으로 이 사업이 지체되지 않고 신속하게 성공적으로 끝날 수 있도록 최대한의 행정 지원을 아끼지 않겠습니다.
To be established on the site of a former U.S. military base, the Brain City is not simply an industrial complex development project, but also a futuristic city that will lead the fourth industrial revolution.
삶의 터전을 내어주신 평택 시민들의 노고가 헛되이 되지 않도록 최고의 산업단지를 조성하여 평택시의 발전과 평택 시민께 보답할 것을 약속드립니다.
Costing an estimated total of 2.7 trillion Korean won for completion by 2021, the Brain City project will progress through land development, industrial development, and supporting facility development phases. When completed, 8,000 new jobs and annual production valued at 1.34 trillion Korean won are projected.
주민 편의 시설을 좀 더 많이 하고 복지 차원에서 그런 혜택을 많이 누릴 수 있는 그런 공간이 되어줬으면 좋겠습니다.
Gyeonggi Province expects that, along with Pyeongtaek Port as well as other industrial complexes and new towns in the vicinity, the Brain City will contribute to local economic promotion of this region. This year, Gyeonggi Province will introduce ID card reader cost support for small businesses so as to protect them from potential damage when they unknowingly sell adult goods such as liquor and cigarettes to minors who use fake identification. This bar in Suwon City features adult-only signs at the entrance as well as several places inside. This bar makes it a rule to check ID cards closely, even checking the ID photo against the carrier.
미성년자 아니야라는 생각이 들지만 안전을 위해서 그냥 내보내는 경우가 허다합니다. 나이가 있고 그런 친구들한테는 굉장히 미안하고 그렇지만 어쩔 수 없이.
According to current laws, shop owners are subject to business suspension and fines when they sell adult goods to minors. However, it is often difficult to identify minors when they use fake identification. For this reason, an increasing number of shops use card readers and even fingerprint identification devices to verify ID.
위조해갖고 막 사러 오니까는 그거에 대해서 이제 큰 스트레스를 받았는데 이제 딱 집어넣으면 위조인지 아닌지 아니까는 우리가 이제 판매해도 되니까 안심하고.
Gyeonggi Province provides ID card reader purchase cost support of up to 600,000 Korean won to small businesses with less than 1 billion Korean won in annual sales and fewer than 3 regular employees.
신분증 위변조라고 하는 것을 입증하고 처분에 불복하는 데 있어서 많은 영업상의 피해, 금전과 시간상의 피해가 불가피합니다. 경기도에서는 무엇보다도 억울한 자영업자분들이 나오지 않도록
Applications for support are being received via the EasyBiz and Gyeonggi Small Business Development Center websites. Gyeonggi Province will expand support based on responses to this program. Among the 3 different Gyeonggi regional currency forms, vouchers, mobile money, and rechargeable cards, mobile money was the first to be distributed. Recently, regional currency cards have become available from NH Bank branches in the province. The regional currency cards were received enthusiastically with sales of 73 million Korean won in only 3 days.
이거는 참 좋은 정책이다. 긍정적으로 바라봤어요. 그래서 10% 드시면 큰 거라고 생각을 하거든요. 요즘 이율도 많이 저금리 시대였는데 그래서 이거를 좀 사야겠다라고 생각을 했어요.
The Gyeonggi regional currency card can be purchased at 116 NH Bank branches throughout the province. The regional currency cards are popular among older residents who are less familiar with mobile apps.
연세 드신 분들이 앱을 사용할 줄 모르다 보니까 좀 관심이 좀 덜했었는데 오프라인 판매하면서 경제력이 있는 어르신들의 구매력이 상승이 돼서 판매량이 급증한 걸로 파악되고 있습니다.
The rechargeable regional currency cards can be purchased at local NH Bank branches after personal ID verification. Depending on the region, up to 300,000 to 500,000 Korean won can be recharged per month at a 6 to 10% discount. Information about purchase locations, purchase limits, and incentives can be found on local government websites as well as the Gyeonggi Regional Currency website.
스마트폰이 편한 사람들은 스마트폰 애플리케이션으로, 그리고 스마트폰이 불편한 사람들은 오프라인 판매점으로 구입할 수 있도록 저희가 판매망을 더 확대하려고 했습니다.
Gyeonggi Province plans to expand regional currency sales locations from the National Agricultural Cooperative's NH Bank branches to those of regional agricultural cooperatives. As of May 10th, sales of the Gyeonggi regional currency exceeded 67 billion Korean won. While Korean Peninsula peace efforts are encountering difficulties, especially after the failed U.S.-North Korea summit, Gyeonggi Province has announced plans to rekindle inter-Korean cooperation through the active pursuit of its peace projects. This announcement reflects the determination of the Gyeonggi provincial government to continue its inter-Korean cooperation projects, primarily those of humanitarian support. The provision of more than 1,600 tons of wheat flour and 110,000 pine tree saplings, valued at 1.5 billion Korean won, at the request of the North Korea's Pan-Korean Reconciliation Council, are among the 4 projects announced.
통일부로부터 반출 승인된 물품이 현재 중국 단둥 등지에서 신의주로 순차적으로 전달되고 있으며 북측 관계자와의 협의를 통해 밀가루 등 추가 지원도 계획하고 있음을 말씀드립니다.
Gyeonggi Province also plans to expand cultural and sports exchanges with North Korea. Sports exchanges include the dispatch of provincial men and women volleyball teams to international volleyball games in Jakarta, along with North Korean teams on June 21st. With North Korea, Gyeonggi Province will jointly host an international conference in the Philippines on Asia and Pacific, peace and prosperity. The province also seeks the participation of North Korea in a cultural and art festival in the Korean Demilitarized Zone in September.
북측과 관련된 다양한 평화협력 사업을 국내외에서 추진함으로써 경기도는 남북 간 조성되는 평화협력의 분위기가 한반도에 확산되고 또 전 세계에 알려지기를 기대하고 있습니다.
Gyeonggi Province is also seeking to realize student trips to Gaesong in North Korea and the establishment of the first Onmyo-gwan in the province through talks with North Korea. The province will continue its peace efforts at a provincial level and lead in the improvement of relations with North Korea. Thank you for joining us for this week's edition of GTV. We look forward to seeing you again next week.